All right, welcome back to the shop. Today we have Allison, our 1974 International Travelette. We're finishing up the wiring and the modifications. This is going to be our daily use shop truck when we're finished. And we've added things like cruise control, Hydro Boost brakes, it's LS swapped, got a 4L80 in it. We've had the gauges sent off to have them rebuilt, they're electromechanical. The last kind of thing we haven't touched is the windshield wipers because, well, we all like delay wipers, and for a lot of things like my 55 Chevy, there are kits out there you can bolt them on. There's Rain Gear, there's several other different companies out there that just make a bolt-on motor switch that gives you multiple delay options for your wipers. They don't make these for international trucks, and for a lot of our classics they have out there, they don't make a bolt-in kit. So what do? Depending on what type of motor you have, now first off, the motor here, we took it apart, pulled all the old grease out, packed it with Lucas Red and Tacky, made sure the plastic gears were good and the fields were good in the motor. So we know the motor bench tests fine. But then what do? So this motor works off changing of the positive voltage to the different fields of the motor. So you have a park wire, a low speed hot wire, and a high speed hot wire, and they switch with the original switch. There are ones that change on ground fields or different kinds. That's how this one works. So there's a couple different options. There's some switches out there you can kind of put directly in line. There is the Ford switch and delay module, which is a good option if you can get the parts. I don't like junkyard parts. Normally I like new stuff. And I was having trouble looking. They say they're out there, but they're not stock for a year. So I was looking for another option. We found, what is this company again? What's the name of it?
Intermittent wiper module.
Revolution Electronics. They make, for the GMs, for the Fords, they make different models for different things. This is a bolt-in line, original switch, original motor delay module. It gives you a 3-second, 5-second, and 8-second delay. It gives you your low speed, your high speed, and it gives you park. And to show you kind of how, I don't want to say bolt-in, but wire-in ready it is, I took the original International wiring harness. I pulled this out of the dash harness that came out to the firewall here. This is the original harness. There's the original motor right there. And then up here we have the original switch through the original thermal relay. And I have literally just spaded it in, just right into the main harness. And then I've got a hot wire off this battery and a ground right here. And that's all the connections there are. So original switch is in off mode right now. So we're gonna go to high to begin with. So there it is, it's in high. Now I'm gonna turn it off and you'll see it parked itself. So that's great. And I went to high first for a reason. So the way they treat this, low is a neutral position on the switch. So when I go to low, it's actually gonna start in its lowest delay mode, which is 8 seconds. So about every 8 seconds it'll pulse, maybe. There you go. Now if I want to increase to the next speed, what I want to do is I'm going to take the switch and not try to break it. I'm just going to go to the high speed and back to the middle speed, the low speed. And that's going to set me in high mode. What did I do wrong? Hold on. I waited too long, I bet you. So going back down. Same thing, from neutral down to low. I can change that speed again to even slower. All right, now going back up, I'm just going to go from the low position to the high position one time. And then now be faster than it was. And I'm gonna go to the next speed. And now I'm gonna go to low. Just like that. So you do have to twist the knob a little bit, and it's probably the only thing I don't like about this is coming off of your park position or off position to the low, you actually have to kind of go through the different settings. But to turn it off, you just turn it off. And it parks itself. So let's turn this thing on. And there you go. It's one of the simplest solutions that I have ever found. And it's under $100. And it took us less than 5 minutes to wire this thing up. And it works. And there's your high speed, just like you had before. And when you go back to low, you're in low. And then, like I said, so you're running down the highway or you're in traffic and it's just mist and rain. Hey, I want to delay that a little bit. That's all you got to do. And it's just going to do that. And then, hey, that's still a little too fast. The rain is I'm just getting kick off from the roads. Let's delay a little more. So you got 3 settings, like I said, 3, 5, and 8. And you've got your low, your high. It is literally a bolt-in kit. Well, wiring kit, if you will. It seems to work great. And this particular switch still retains the washer function. This switch did not have a pulse for when you push the washer for the whoppers to run anyway. That timer circuit was never built into any of this, and it's still not built into it. So we'll wire that, which is the washer pump, up, and then we'll just turn the wipers on and then turn them off when we're done. That's how we'll wash our windows. So we'll have window washer on, delay, wipers, all wired up for under $100, and we're using the original switch, which will bolt in the original dash with the original knob and the original motor. Thank you, guys.